Hi, good afternoon. This is my upgrade cable to upgrade my Blade350 from version 1 to version 2. I've been debating on doing this, but the general consensus seems to be that it's a better thing to do. You have added features. It warns you if there's a problem with the compass or the GPS. You have a new aerial photography mode which is apparently more stable, and I'm a great believer that if there was no improvements they wouldn't release it. So let's have a look at what you get. This is the actual update USB device itself, just a small USB plug with a standard it's a 4-pin adapter with a pin missing. You have a small extension cable, and another extension cable which I'm not really sure what that's for. It doesn't appear to be any good for a standard Blade 350. So I'm just going to take the macro lens off, if it'll come off. Bear with me a moment. Okay, this is my 350, and the connector that we're interested in is that one there. The little red wire there, by the way, is the antenna, and there is another modification you can do to that, and that's going to be one of my next mods, but for the moment that's the connector that we're interested in. Now this is the cable, that we're interested in. Okay, and what we have to do is get that end into there. Now I will tell you, to make life easier, at least on mine, it goes with the brown wire to the left. So I'm using a small pair of tweezers. This is quite fiddly, this. I've already tried this, so I know which way around it goes. Okay, there we go. And you have to very carefully manoeuvre that just into there. There is a little bit of me wondered whether it would be quicker to remove the body shell, but there are 31 screws. There we go. And then just make sure that that's secured in. There we go. And that's just there we go. I'll just double check. So that's in. Now the other end of this cable connects to just put the camera down, sorry about this. I can't put it on the tripod because the macro lens focal length is too short. Okay, so what we have here is that connects into there. So I'll just put the camera down while I do that. That was quite straightforward. There we go. Now, I'm just going to take the macro lens off again. When you download the software, back in a moment, sorry about that, phone calls. Right, now this is the software. It's a zip file, but when you've updated it, now the first thing we need is that one, 350QX updater Win64, because this is a 64-bit version of Windows. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the tripod on. Okay, and apparently what you have to do is run this driver installer. Oh, that's interesting. So what you'll have to do is actually insert the USB programmer, which I shall do now. And I would imagine that it'll fail to find it. My little cat. She had kittens the other day. That's the noise you can hear in the background. Well, whether that's installed, I genuinely don't know. Oh no, it's still. It's still going, so it's probably looking. Sorry about this, but I just want to make sure that I catch it all, so that if anybody else runs into any problems, at least they know what to expect. Right, apparently it's installed and is ready to use. So I'm just going to refer to the instructions. So number 1, go and download the software. Number 2, download the firmware. Yeah. Number 3, extract the files. Install the driver in the zip file for the USB dongle. Well, as you see, apparently it's done it automatically. Connect the USB dongle, ensure no other devices are connected to the USB port, which they're not. Use needle nose pliers, connect the extension cable to the blade. Well, we've done that. It's connected up. Open the firmware updater appropriate for your operating system. So that's going to be, I'll just come out of there now, go back to, now what I haven't done, I haven't extracted all these files, so I'm just going to do that now. Make a new folder and extract all of those. Okay. Then I'm going to run the Blade multi-rotor update utility. And then we get that there, and it's asking for the firmware file and a COM port, and underneath it's wait for device and upload firmware and wait for device and diagnose firmware. So once again, quick RTFM. Right, so select choose file and select the 350QX version 2 bin file. So choose file. There we go. 350QX bin. Open. Now it says select the second COM port option in the drop down menu. Do not select COM1. So I have COM3, COM7 and COM10. So the second one down then, surely from my perspective, must be COM7. Select wait for device and upload firmware. Wait for device and upload firmware. Waiting for device. Connect a charged flight battery to the 350QX and power it on within 60 seconds. I shall do that now. Waiting for device, you've just heard. When the update is complete, a screen will prompt device was updated successfully. Please disconnect and reset device. So I'm just waiting. While I wait for that, I'm just going to have a check on the COM port, because I'm not convinced that it's chosen the right Bluetooth peripheral device. Microsoft ports, USB serial port. I'll put your money it's COM port 10, not COM port 7. So I suspect I might be waiting here for a long time, because obviously it's never going to find it. If the update fails, repeat the above procedure. Well, I don't think that this is going to work. So just to prove my theory, if I computer properties, if I go to device manager, ports and settings, there, as you can see, USB serial port COM10. So if I unplug that, and as you can see, so it's actually disappeared. So when it says the second one, it's lying. So turn off the blade. I'll just quit the update program if it's still running, which it is. So I shall now reconnect the dongle, which I am guessing will make COM port 10 reappear. There we are, USB serial port, COM 10. So I shall get rid of that. I shall now launch the rotor update utility. I shall choose the firmware file. I shall then select COM 10, wait for device and upload the firmware, turn the blade back on, and look at that. Queue empty. I have no idea what that means. Let's try again. Wait for device and upload firmware. So it needs turning off again. So this is supposed to be simple, this, folks. This is supposed to be a simple update utility. Run, choose file, firmware 2, open, COM10, wait for device and upload firmware, waiting for device, turn the blade on. Aha, there we go. The LEDs on the quad basically blue-green alternate flashing. I'll go back onto here. And then basically it says when the update is complete, a screen will prompt, device was upgraded successfully, please disconnect, reset device, select OK, power off the 350 and disconnect the dongle, leaving the extension lead inside the aircraft. So I would imagine it just means that you don't have to plug it in again because it is fiddly. And 3, 2, 1. Device was upgraded successfully, please disconnect and reset device. So I shall now remove the dongle. I shall now turn off the blade. I shall disconnect the device, and I'm going to disconnect mine entirely, and then we'll turn the blade back on. Now I have a, oh, there we go, oh, the lights are very different. I don't have my spectrum on me at the moment, but let me do that again, just so you can see. Okay, I'll just move the battery out of the way, we'll turn on. There's now an orange colour which I haven't seen before. Probably not easy to pick up on here. Flashing blue. And I would imagine that that's it. Upgraded. So the first opportunity I get, I'll bind it with the DX6 and we'll see what the result is. But there we go. Relatively straightforward, but with one or two minor little pitfalls. Just worth just checking in your device manager which COM port it's connected to. But there we go, folks. Hope that's useful to you.